Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces.
You're watching
Silliman.
For Silliman updates, the Silliman University Athletics Department convened bikers and bike enthusiasts in a biking event dubbed as Painit Bike sa Silliman University Palimpinon Eco Park in celebration of the 121st Silliman University Founders Day last July 30, 2022, with the theme proclaiming God's faithfulness and our resiliency. The activity was led by the University Athletics Director, Assistant Professor Dionisio V. Tejero II. The Silliman University Research and Development Center now accepts proposal from Silliman University faculty members who wish to receive funding support for the research. The maximum grant per project is 50,000 pesos. For the proposal format and research agenda or priority topics for funding support, faculty members may refer to the Silliman University website. For more information and assistance, see or contact Dr. Enrique G. Oracion, the RDC Director, via email rdc@su.edu.ph. On the other news, medical technology students of the Silliman University Institute for Clinical Laboratory Sciences will soon be able to perform molecular diagnostics, such as PCR, enzyme-linked immunoassays, and other advanced nucleic acid and protein assays with the Silliman University's new molecular diagnostic laboratory. The laboratory, located inside the Angelo King building in the Silliman University Medical Center compound, opened last July 25, 2022. Congratulations to all students who marched last July 31, 2022 for the second mid-year graduation exercises of Silliman University. The Office of the Registrar spearheaded the said exercises together with the Silliman University Administration Officers and Board of Trustees. 250 graduates received their diplomas during the mid-year graduation ceremony. Congratulations and keep the Silliman spirit alive. That will be all. See you next week for another set of #Silliman updates.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss matters concerning the campus by the sea. You're watching
Silliman. Let me ask Ma'am Wilma about economics. No?
Wow.
Where are not really about economics, but it has some it's somehow related. But yeah, where are economists about the talks of environmental protection or perhaps public health and perhaps climate change? Where are economists?
Okay, we inculcate in our students the philosophy of service and good stewardship to our environment. And so some courses in economics are actually, with the help of the Office of Instruction, to come up with an outcome-based curriculum. We expose our students not only in terms of theories and concepts found in the books and activities within the four walls of the classroom, but we expose our students to community through the use of the service learning pedagogy. Not all courses, but selected courses to make sure that students are are exposed to the reality in the ground. So they go to the community, for instance, in our project management course, in our economics environment, okay? And one more, it depends on the faculty who would use that. So they go to the community, they learn together, and and that is the time wherein students are able to see what's really in there, not only in terms of poverty issues, but also the environment, the climate change issues, so that when they go back, there are a lot of discussions and even, personal core philosophy being able to, come out that as they graduate, they continue to say thank you because they are not only working according to the field that they are specializing in economics or maybe in law, but at the same time thinking, and it's already in their heart that they become also part and parcel of the environment that we are in.
So it's really
Yeah.
important to immerse themselves with this,
Yes.
no? And aside from business with a conscience, they have to learn also social responsibilities.
Yes, yes.
Right. And Ron, listening to our guests, I believe the College of Business Administration is they're having a holistic approach, no?
True.
From being to the applicability of the concepts, to having this conscience, to having this environmental concern. And I think one of the key areas right now in our world, no, at large, is really these competitive changes. Like, for example, right now in terms of curriculum, we are being upgrading, we are changing names, we are changing our requirements. And I believe we're so lucky at the College of Business Administration because we have opportunities for professional development.
Correct.
And maybe Dean Futalan, you can talk about your graduate programs that would be applicable, no, to our aspiring, perhaps, academicians or even other sectors in our society.
Thank you, Josh, for this opportunity. Well, the university has been in a vertical articulation where its graduate programs are concerned. So the college is also home to 2 graduate programs, and these are the Master in Business Administration and the PhD in Business. We have had a number of graduates from the MBA program, and right now the enrollment has even expanded to include international enrollees. The Chinese in the previous years, we also had students from other countries. The one,
Korea.
yeah, Korea, Malaysia, we had Indonesian students then, and Iran, those from Iran, and other countries. Now, PhD in Business is the latest addition to the CBA family. And one of those currently enrolled is right beside me, the chair of the Accountancy department. Well, and this is because we would like our teachers to obtain the highest educational degree, given the requirements of the Commission on Higher Education. So we're really busy at the College of Business Administration. And
Parang hindi naman, eh.
no,
9 plus you have 2
9
graduate
plus
programs.
2.
Wow.
Yes. Well, it's one of the best things that could happen to any person who would want to have a career in business, to be part of the CBA family. That I can say. I'm still, my term expires in a few days. Those 7 years that I have spent leading the college are among the best years in my, unfulfilled years in my life. That I can say without batting an eyelash. I'm looking at your camera, I'm not batting my eyelash. Thank you, Josh.
Right. Do you also offer like certificate programs or like crash courses to those who would really love to improve themselves? And personally, I'm even considering to take one if you have like for business analytics.
And who can enroll?
And who can be the spokesperson for this?
Prior,
Ma'am?
prior to the pandemic, we had non-degree granting, activities. We had seminars, of course, but given what happened in the last 2 years, we have not. What we have been doing during the pandemic and until now is capacitate our students by giving them maximum exposure, letting them participate in activities that matter, in virtual gatherings that are of benefit to business students. The faculty, on the other hand, also continue to capacitate themselves by attending gatherings, conferences, seminars also. We have we have memberships in national organizations. That's one thing that I have emphasized all these years because Silliman University has a name. Silliman University is a leader in the education industry. So we also have taken positions of responsibilities in national organizations. So we will continue to do that. Put Silliman in the map.
Hats off to our CBA faculty. We're going to take a short break. Hashtag Silliman returns. Welcome back. You're still watching Hashtag Silliman, and still with us, of course, is the mighty yellow team, the College of Business Administration. We are curious, actually, Dean, what are your preparations? What are your future plans? And I believe we will be having a new leadership at the college. So perhaps you can share more about this.
Right. In compliance with the decision of the Board of Trustees, since there's a 2-year maximum term, the College of Business Administration ushers in a new leadership. So as I have introduced earlier in this program, the new lady at the helm is Dr. Wilma Tejero. I have not yet, though I had the meeting this morning, but the turnover will occur towards
July 20.
the third week of July. And that is also when our planning for the school year 2022-2023 will also be made. We already, of course, preliminarily, we have identified the usual committees. We have committees, standing committees in the college, but we will firm this up in terms of leadership and composition when we shall have the planning. CBA will continue to be agog with activities during the incoming school year. And I have already exhorted all the faculty members this morning to give their all-out support like what they did during my leadership. So I'm pretty sure the college is in very good hands after me.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Dean. At this point in time, I know that a lot of our audience who are watching us now are interested in enrolling sa College of Business Administration. Now, please walk us through the admission and the enrollment. What are the requirements and who are eligible to have to be included in the College of Business Administration?
All right, so I will answer. In general, all right, in general, we follow the open admission, selective retention. We follow the general university requirements for admission, except for accountancy, we added an additional admission requirement, the grade requirement, like for incoming first year, we require math and English to have a grade of at least 85 and no grade below 80. And for selective retention, it's depending on the program. So in the case of accountancy also, we allow only this time, as we are strengthening the policy of the accountancy department, we allow a subject to be repeated only once. So that's it. So we just follow the general admission requirements.
May I ask if you are strand specific? Do you accept STEM or STEAM students, ABM, UMS?
Yes.
Sir Khristian, would you like to answer that?
Yes, Sir Josh, we accept any strand, whether you're from UMS, from STEM, or GAS, we even accept you. We have two types of curriculum that are prepared. We have for ABM graduates and non-ABM graduates. So you are free to look at them through our university website, su.edu.ph. We
Yes.
also invite you to like our Facebook page, the College of Business Administration of Silliman University, to see the email addresses of the respective program and unit heads to further communicate if you want to avail of a study plan, you want to inquire what would be the 4-year study plan, or if, for example, there are instances you want to clarify a subject, we are also willing, especially for those who are non-ABM graduates.
All right. Dean, how about for the graduate programs? Would you like to share what are the requirements also if they would like to be part of your graduate programs?
Yes, for the MBA program and also for the PhD in business, we require certain documents to prove that they have completed, in the case of MBA, a bachelor's degree. And if they are non-business in their undergraduate discipline, there is 18 units that they will have of subjects that they will have to complete. And these subjects are accounting, which is 6 units, then economics, business math, computer, and management. So that when they get to enroll in MBA subjects proper, they have a good background of business administration. In the case of the PhD program, they should be, of course, master's degree holders, so we'd like to see them submitting also the pertinent documents. And grade requirement, yes, we do. Whether you believe it or not, but you should believe, because this is really true. We put an incoming MBA student, that much I know, I'm head of the program as well. We put incoming MBA students whose grade or whose cumulative QPA upon graduation is below 3 on an on-probation status. In other words, if you are from Silliman and you want to enroll in the MBA program, you come in with at least a 3 and you can enroll. But if your grade is below, we give you the chance for a semester to earn grades better than 3. Now, we remove the on-probation status if you have successfully done that. We do interviews as well. We look at their plans, what specific topics they would want to write about for their thesis and their dissertations. And among others, we also require the endorsement or the recommendation of two persons. One for the academic competence and the other for the work qualification. So we're wanting to tell everyone that the MBA program of Silliman is one of the best in the country, and it is also level 4 accredited.
Wow.
To date, the highest accreditation.
Yeah.
By the way, in the case of CBA, the accreditation is until April of 2024. So we will be preparing for the re-accreditation by next year yet.
It's
So the new leadership can have the whole year to relax.
pass the baton.
Yeah.
Right. So I think the College of Business Administration should put, a label on your college and put a home of achievers there.
Right.
Because I think you really do provide quality education, and with all the accreditation, this would really vouch the effort that you put into of course, for the students and of course for our stakeholders. Very briefly, because we're about to wrap up our program, and this is a kind of a personal question to all of our guests tonight. I just want you to share your major takeaways of the pandemic, especially that we're transitioning. What do you think is your lesson, or let's say major takeaway, after this 2.5 years of enduring the pandemic? I'd like to start with Sir Rene. Very briefly lang, sir.
Online is okay, but it would be nice to get back in school and see people and interact. But it's not going to go away. We'll be using both.
Right. So ODL is here to stay.
Yep.
Our incoming dean?
Yeah, that we need to upgrade,
Yeah.
upskill ourselves so that anytime we are ready to face whatever challenges. And we are excited for the coming semester because we are going to meet our students and colleagues face to face, but at the same time apprehensive because we know that things are, there are so many limitations. Like, for example, our international students may not be able to come because of some travel restrictions. And so we need to be ready. And in fact, our dean and of course with our, as a team at CBA, we are working hard to prepare for whatever needs that we need to take. For example, blended classes. And so we need to upgrade also our facility. Yeah, and yeah, I
So
think
the
that's
keyword
it.
is upgrade.
Yes.
And be ready to be in battle anytime.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we are back to face-to-face. Online ODL is very difficult, especially for our major subjects. What I've learned is that no matter what, no pandemic can ever stop us in rendering our services, our responsibility to our students. So we have options, we have a lot of opportunities, and I've learned a lot because of the pandemic.
So the service continues.
The
Of course, we'll
service
have our dean
continues.
last. No? Let's have ma'am from the Office of System Administration.
Be open-minded, adopt. Technology can be very powerful because of the pandemic. It has made the impossible possible. So yes, adopt.
Well, for me, as balancing both as a frontliner, as a teacher, and also as a student, what I saw is that as a product of CBA, the economics program, is be confident. When I took my degree with my mentors before, they prepared me for everything. So confidence is really key, and I am confident because they taught me, they trained me, and equipped me with everything to balance out being a frontliner, a teacher, and a student at the same time.
Wow. Very nice. Ma'am.
It's like all 5 of them have read my mind. But there are 2 words I want to emphasize. They always say that a pandemic or anything that can be spelled out as a disaster would become a threat. But the pandemic has actually brought us to realize that if it is a threat and if you know how to handle it, an opportunity comes out. The very first thing that I thought would happen is that we would stop operating. We couldn't teach our students anymore. And I could remember the time when we had to go home because before that there was a threat, a bomb threat and all. And then not too long after this pandemic, now I realize, and it is true, that with every threat comes an opportunity. And this is what every one of us realized. It's not only at the College of Business Administration. What opportunity am I talking about? You see, we thought that with the pandemic we will slow down. We did not. And I speak for CBA. We even graduated, what, this year? 60 Latin honorees. We were able to challenge our students. They stepped up and were successful. So the resiliency, of course, of everybody, and what we have been true to, our conviction, our commitment to give our all to our students, they all have paid off. I can always say that what we produced as graduates during the pandemic are the ones that are also the most competitive out there. And I guarantee you that. They are from Silliman, so they are good.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dean, and of course the rest of the chairpersons and coordinators for the varying programs at the College of Business Administration. This has been a very meaningful conversation to all of us. I'm pretty sure that a lot of our audience right now are so excited to perhaps shift or let's say be part of the Home of Achievers, the mighty yellow team, the College of Business Administration. And now we have come to another segment of the show. We'll have another engaging fast talk with our guests. So Ron, would you like to start the fast talk?
Yeah.
Who will be
Let's
the first
start
one?
here. Ano.
Mr. Khristian, so you don't have to think too hard of the options.
Awesome.
Say your option right away.
Or
Okay. Hi, Sir Khristian, is it beaches or mountains?
mountains.
Okay.
Ma'am, is it summer or rainy days?
Summer.
Dean, is it mornings or afternoons?
Mornings.
Ma'am, are you more of a night owl or an early bird?
Early bird.
For Ma'am Wilma, are you an extrovert or an introvert?
Extrovert.
Sir, this is a very life-changing question. Sir, sir, is it the cheese bread or the bake show?
Neither.
Neither.
Sir Khristian, is it comfort or challenge?
Challenge.
Ma'am, is it your home or the office?
Home.
Home.
Dean, is it rich and famous or smart and beautiful?
Smart and beautiful.
Because you can be rich later on.
Yes.
With your
I think everyone should answer this question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is it love or career?
Both.
Both.
Could it be
How
both?
about you, ma'am?
Yeah, both.
Both? Sir?
Sir.
Love.
Love.
Amen. Sir.
Love.
Love.
Dean.
Dean.
love and career.
They can have the
Both.
best of both worlds, Josh, of course. Ma'am Florenda, first thing you do in the morning?
Go to the CR.
Go to the CR.
Ma'am, what's the last thing you do at night?
Pray.
Sir Rene, 3 things to look for in an ideal partner.
Ay, okay. All ears.
Intelligence, humor, honesty.
Intelligence, humor, and honesty. So I think
He's
all of
describing
them
his
should
wife.
answer or complete the blanks. Silliman University College of Business Administration is
My second family.
my second family.
CBA is?
CBA is mighty.
CBA is
Awesome.
awesome.
CBA is my second home.
Second home.
The home of the champions.
Sir Rene,
Creativity.
creativity. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much once again, Dee, and of course, our professors here joining us in this episode. And this is finally the last segment of the show. It's called #WTP or Word to Ponder. So, Ron, what's that word that you've picked for tonight's episode?
I'd like to choose the word conscience because I really like the business with conscience motto of CBA. But Dean Futalan actually mentioned about they train their students to be good. So I'd like to ponder on the word good.
Good.
Because sometimes it's underrated. To be good, it's oftentimes underrated because people would always want to achieve something, to be the best, to be excellent. But sometimes we all need just to be good at something. Because goodness, I want to incorporate it with conscience also, with compassion, with empathy and with kindness. And with all the things that are happening here in the world, sometimes it's not excellence and competence that we need, but just goodness.
Yeah.
No?
Right.
Yeah.
How about
People
Well
forget that before becoming better or best, you have to be
We
good.
have to start with good. Yeah, I think that's a very good reflection, Ron. And in their sharings, when I asked them about their learnings or major takeaways in this pandemic, they actually mentioned about being ready, being able to adjust, being able to adapt. And I think that's very important. And I'd like to ponder on the word creativity, or maybe being resourceful. I think I would like to stick to being resourceful because, we will really be put in situations where and when we are not familiar, we don't know what to do. But when our values at the core is something that's solid, our faith is solid, and we know ourselves well, and we have the skills and talents really, then I think we'll be able to adapt. We'll be able to see what we need, and being to acknowledge that there are actual resources that you can make use in your advantage. That like technology, it makes the impossible things possible, and just have to be resourceful because many have seen an apple falling, but only one asked why. Thank you so much for joining this episode, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians! Daghang salamat for joining our episode tonight. Also, please support our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman, and we also have our YouTube channel. It's still called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course, make sure to be updated with our new videos by clicking the notification bell. So, kita kits!
And don't forget to catch us at Phil Products Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. And replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Ronelyn Vailoces
And Joshua Soldivillo. Kita kits next week, only here on
#Silliman!